Hey, has your data gone stale? Refresh it easily with the Resource API. In this video, we explore how data gets stale and demonstrate how to refresh it using the new experimental Resource API. We first add a refresh button, then leverage linkedSignal and setTimeOut to keep users informed when their data needs refreshing. Let's dive in. I'm in StockBlitz with my demo application open. Here is a list of Star Wars vehicles and their prices. Notice that this service is provided en route. That means the values of the declared signals are cached in the service throughout the lifetime of the application. If the user navigates to another feature of this application and later returns to this page, the data values are still here. Caching data in the service has several advantages. It remembers prior settings. If the user set search criteria or filter options, for example, those settings would remain when the user returns to this page. Caching improves responsiveness. If we cache retrieve data in the service, the next time the user navigates to the page, the data is available and ready for display. Caching reduces bandwidth and network consumption. This is especially helpful for users with bandwidth-restricted devices or slow networks. And caching reduces redundant computations. If we execute some code, like our mapping here, we can cache the result so we don't have to repeat the operations. Anytime you have cached data, there is the possibility that the data can get stale. In other words, the retrieved data is no longer up to date. This is especially true for applications that display prices or availability, such as flight or hotel reservations. Once you determine that you could have stale data, you need a refresh strategy. First, consider always getting fresh data when preparing for an update operation to minimize an update to stale data. Second, consider allowing the user to control when data is refreshed. There is nothing more frustrating for the user than to have their screen change outside of their control. And if fresh data is paramount, define a time interval based on the data fluidity and application usage. And after that amount of time, notify the user that they should refresh the data. Let's try the simple case first by adding a refresh button to our application. The user can then refresh the data as they wish. Then we'll add a timer and notify the user when the data is stale. Let's start in the Vehicle Selection component. Add a refresh button just to the right of the price column. I'll paste the HTML. Next, we need the refresh data method. Scrolling down, we'll add that at the bottom. This method is called whenever the user clicks the refresh button. In this method, we call a method in our service, this .vehicleService.reloadData. We haven't written that method yet. Let's do that next. In the vehicle service, scroll down. We'll add the reload data method here near the bottom. How do we reload the data? Notice up here that we're using the Resource API to retrieve our vehicle data. And notice the delay here. This is for testing purposes only. We're using it to better see our loading message and know when our data is refreshing. Luckily for us, the resource ref returned from the rxresource method has a reload method. So here in our reload data, we call this .vehiclesResource.reload. Yep, that's it. Nice. Let's give it a try. Notice our data here. Let's say that the user is waiting for the start of our sale, so wants to refresh our prices. Click the refresh button, we see our loading message, and the data is displayed. So with very little code on our part, we have a user-directed refresh feature. Yay! Now let's add a feature to notify the user if the data has gone stale. We'll do that using setTimeOut. First, declare a timer ID of 0 with a type of any. We'll use this variable to track the ID of our setTimeOut. Next, we want a data is stale signal that notifies the user of stale data when our timeout occurs. And we want to clear and restart that timeout when the user refreshes the data. Anytime we need a writable signal that resets based on a source signal, we use a linked signal. If you are new to linked signals, check out my video, First Look at Angular's new linked signal. A linked signal takes an object with two key properties, source and computation. We set the source property to a signal that, when changed, re-executes the computation function. In our case, every time the user refreshes, we want to clear and restart our timer. How do we know when the user refreshes? We use the vehicle's resource status signal. That status changes when the vehicle data is retrieved. In the computation function, we clear and restart our timer. We pass in the status from our source. If this .timerID is greater than 0, then we already have a timer running. We want to stop that timer before starting a new one, so clear it using clearTimeOut and pass in the timer ID. Then, if the status is resolved, meaning the data refresh was complete, we call setTimeOut to start a timer. We store the returned ID of that timer in our timer ID variable. When the timer goes off, the data is assumed to be stale. We set the data is stale signal to true and set the timer ID to 0 since we no longer have a timer running. And we define how long we will cache the data before it is considered stale. In our case, we're using only 5 seconds, so we can better try this out. In a real application, consider setting it to 5 or even 10 minutes, depending on your application requirements. Lastly, we return false. The data is not stale until the timer goes off here. So every time the user refreshes, we clear any existing timer before starting a new one. When the timer goes off, we let the user know that the data has gone stale. To finish this up, in the vehicle selection component, add a reference to the data is stale signal. Scrolling up, in the template above the grid, if the data is stale, we display a message to refresh the data. That should be it. Let's give it a try. Click the refresh button, we see our loading message, and then our data. Count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we see our message. It works! And again, in a real application, you'll want to set that timer to 5 minutes or more, not 5 seconds. Looking back at the vehicle service, reloading data is one line of code because of the useful reload feature of the Resource API. And a link signal makes it easy to provide a notification when the data goes stale. Thanks for watching. If this content was useful, please like and subscribe.